Could you introduce yourselves and the band?
My name is Cal. I'm the singer of Arkayla.
I'm
Overseas.
Finn. I am a guitarist. I do a bit of vocals in the band Arkayla. I'm from Manchester. What type of music do we make, Cal?
We make sort of blend of funk, indie.
Punk.
I'm terrible at this question. Anyone asks me what kind of music do we make, I don't really know.
It's like
How,
60s,
how would you summarize it?
How would you describe it? Flip it on you, Zachary Samuels.
I think Harry's probably better answer this question.
Yeah. I don't know. I was saying to him, I think you guys you don't really fit into one genre, you know. You've got a lot of different styles in there. Like when you're going through say if you're playing Rita, I feel like that's quite a different thing to Call in Time or Ella Malone. It doesn't fit into any
Yeah, we've got a lot of influences, and a lot of the songs that we write are like come from like all genres. And we've written like reggae stuff. I write a lot on the piano, reggae, bossa nova stuff like Rita's got, more kind of like classic indie, more like classic rock, all of it. I feel like we're the kind of band that's going to try and have different sounds as we progress. Do you know what I mean? So we'll start off with one sound,
yeah,
try and do one like kind of funky album. Like some of the stuff we're writing in a minute is a lot more kind of almost sounds a bit like 80s synth pop a little bit. So hopefully we don't even have a sound. We have many sounds.
I mean, I think a reggae song would go amazing at the next gig.
We got a reggae version of Lost in a Landslide. Yeah, we're gonna whack that out sometime.
Get that on the acoustic EP. Yeah. I was saying over the past 2 years, like you guys, you've changed and improved musically, and especially in popularity. Like you've gone just shot up in listeners and everything. 2 years on from your debut single being released, do you feel like you approach any of your writing or your performing like any differently? Has it evolved or what?
Well, when we started, we had a completely different lineup in the band, for one. So initially, it was just like me and Cal writing everything like acoustically and then bringing it to the band. Whereas now that we've got the current lineup, Joe and Dylan, we all very much write, all four of us in the room together, and that's why maybe some of the like instrumentally live, there's a bit more interesting stuff going on because we're not just writing on acoustic and then going, how can we serve the song? It's like the arrangement and the songwriting is happening at the same time. Do you know what I mean? So that's really changed. And yeah, we found our sound a little bit more. Calling Time is obviously quite different. Sort of, it's a bit heavier than what we're doing now in a way. But yeah, I mean, obviously the success of the last EP has been great to see. People loved it. We love playing it live. And yeah, we just push it on ahead to the next four, really.
Yeah. So recently you spoke about the Ritz Manchester, how it's been one of your favourite gigs you've played. What do you think made it so special for you?
I mean, just the fact that it was the first venue we've played where, from like quite a young age, I've been going, seeing some of my favourite bands there. And it's the kind of place you always dream of playing. It was the first venue we played where, from a young age, I was like, I really, really want to play it. I want to kind of bucket list venues. And it just went down. It went down really well. We played better than we usually do on the stage. We just played really well. We all seemed really up for it. We had a similar thing the other day. We played the Apollo, which is like same thing.
Yeah, that was my next question actually.
For all the same reasons. Do you know what I mean? Like I've been going there for years.
Yeah.
Seen some of my favorite bands there.
I think as well, it's like those gigs have been support slots, so it's like it's a completely new audience, and when you just have a great like connection to the crowd and they've never heard you before, I feel like that's quite exciting. On stage, like you can feel it. Do you know what I mean?
It's a great opportunity as well to play. You know, you're literally playing in front of what 2,000-3,000 people who most of them have never heard of you before. So it's an amazing opportunity to showcase yourself to your home audience as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you find that doing these support gigs helps you guys?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we would like to be headlining one day in the not too distant future, but at the moment there's nothing better than turning up, not having to, I don't even know, you just turn up, a little half an hour set, you have a great time. Do you know
it's easy, isn't it? It's so easy. You turn off at 3 p.m, sound check, get pissed, play for an hour, that's your night. It's honestly, it's minimal stress. Is a
Yeah.
support slots,
Yeah.
and they are great fun, particularly when you're playing venues like that. We supported the Lathams on 4 nights over the last 2 weeks.
And they're absolutely fucking brilliant, by the way. I'd never seen them live until we've supported them. I've always listened to them, obviously, but I've never seen them live.
Great lads as well. Really nice guys. Chilled out guys.
Top guys, yeah.
But I'm quite glad you guys do a support acts because I discovered you for a support. I don't know. Do you remember playing for Quarters of Change back in? I saw you guys there, and that's what I found you out. I was like,
I know,
that was the highlight of my night.
See, yeah, that's the power of support slots.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why we do it. That's why we do it.
Did supporting the Lathams top the Ritz in Manchester?
So this has been debated by us, to be honest, because obviously we did 4 dates with the Lathams, so we did all around the UK. Obviously, Manchester's going to feel the most special being from here. I don't know, because the Ritz was like the first. That was like the first big one we'd done ever. So it was like 1,500 people, and I'll probably just never forget that for the rest of my life. So I'll probably have to say, me personally, I'd probably say the Ritz, but that's not to downplay the impact of playing the Apollo at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know what Cal's going to say.
I prefer Apollo. I just did. I think we were better. We're just better now than we were then. I think we were more comfortable with that kind of stage by that point. I just thought it felt like a bit of a, we're getting there kind of moment. We're getting
a bit more experienced and ready.
Yeah,
for sure.
Seasoned performance, I think. Seasoned night.
But is there any sort of pre-show routines or warm-up that you guys do when you're preparing to get on and sort of play to these massive crowds of people?
So this last Apollo gig, we've actually filmed the whole thing, so there will be a video coming out on our YouTube, which is a new thing as well. YouTube channel, Arkayla Band, go and subscribe. And you'll see basically what goes on. But pretty much leading up to it, it's just chilling out. It's got to be reggae, yeah. We just play reggae in the green room.
Play a lot of reggae.
Yeah. Chilling.
Bob Marley.
It's the best music.
Album,
honestly, it's the most calming.
It is, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't. Some people think, oh, you got to get hyped. You got to get hyped. For me, that's like 10 minutes before I go on. If I'm just sat there for 2 hours, I just want to be like chilling. So we just chill out for a bit, put a bit of reggae on, and then we'll get the acoustic and play Fortune Teller because everyone sings in that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like a bit of a warm up. We do that once, and then we go out on stage. But that's like the ritual. It's like a bit of reggae, Fortune Teller,
calms the nerves.
Bit of tequila, and then
Tequila.
That definitely calms the nerves.
Yeah, absolutely.
You started wrestling 10 minutes before you went on last time. You started wrestling everyone.
Yeah, mate. Stone Cold speed has been made, you know what I'm saying? Just to get ready, just half there in the fucking green room, and then gotta be done.
I bet that the wrestling definitely will add to the experience. Maybe you do it on stage as well. I think get everyone picking a winner, picking a corner.
Yeah.
The social media is becoming a more important aspect in promoting releasing music nowadays. Do you feel that for you guys it's been crucial in your success?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what can I say? I feel like a lot of bands hate it, and it is sometimes annoying sometimes you just want to focus on the music, if you know what I mean. You don't want to be filming videos all the time, but you do get used to it, and it has been like, without it, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing now. Like, we always knew we had something with the songs and Cal's voice, but then it's like, how can we portray that to someone in a 20-second clip?
Yeah.
And then just do it every day, and that's what we did. And that's how we got these support slots, just people hearing about us through that. Do you know what I mean? And once we found that it was working, we just doubled down on it, and it's been, that's
just keep pushing it out.
Cal, you call Finn. You call Finn on Zoom. It's a bit mental.
Me?
Yeah, your name's Finn.
It does actually. You got Finn and Finley.
That's really weird. That's my brother. I don't know why that's really weird.
Anyway, we'll ignore that.
I was saying, I mean, you do get used to it. I mean, for a while, it did seem like a slog because you do kind of these days have to be a bit of a social media personality and a musician at the same time, which can feel a bit annoying. But I do think we're at a point now where we're a lot more comfortable with it and a lot better at it. But it did take time. And I think now we're starting to enjoy it a bit more.
Yeah.
Joe still hates doing covers. He always hates it, but we force him to do it.
Yeah, like you said though, once you get sort of comfortable with it and you're able to push it out freely to as many people as you can, it really does definitely, I think, help it.
That is the power of social media. I mean, like, it is amazing that you can literally with no money, no nothing, just put out a video and millions of people can watch it, which was never true 30 years ago. But then the other side to that is that there's so much stuff. It's too oversaturated. But the power is literally you can just one day, bang, become a fucking major superstar.
Yeah.
Videos, which is kind of mad.
I mean, my advice to anyone as far as social media and the oversaturated thing is like a lot of things are oversaturated, but there's always room at the top, or there's always room if you're good. Do you know what I mean? Like there's oversaturated people doing it, but not that many people are doing it well.
Yeah.
So don't think, oh, just because everyone's doing it, you can't do it. You've just got to find an angle and be better.
You know, they always say the way to stand out is to be like so authentically yourself, just like such like almost like a heightened version of your authentic self, because the most unique thing you can offer to this saturated market is yourself, because you are fundamentally unique. Do you know what I mean? That's what people say, you know. I don't know if we do that.
Not what you
said.
Not what you said.
But Ella Malone, your newest release, how did it come about, and what is it written about?
I wrote that one years ago. That was genuinely one of the first songs I actually think I finished. Probably was about 16 when I did that. So it was like
about 6-7 years ago, something like that.
6-7 years ago. So we've had it for ages. It's I think the only song in our set now that was in our very first set we ever played, however many years ago.
An absolute tune at that as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't really know how it came. Honestly, it's true with a lot of our songs, particularly the older ones. I've just kind of forgotten where they came from. I've still got the voice memo of the first time I've recorded it. I think the melody just came quite quickly.
Have you got it on your phone and can you play it right now?
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Can we hear it?
Right. The really annoying thing is I've got a new phone and my voice memos. So if I search Ella Malone on my voice memos, it's there, but it's still downloading because it's still downloading all the fucking all this ones. So Ella Malone idea, you see it there. I'd love to be able to show it. It's just me going.
Does it have a date on it? Does it have a date on it or not?
No date on it, but it'll be, I reckon, 2018 would be my guess, probably.
Pre-COVID.
Basically,
yeah.
What's that?
Pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah, way pre-COVID. Literally,
yeah.
Before we were even a band or anything, like we were just sort of writing songs. But he didn't really write at the start. I was just like, I just thought he had a cool voice. So I was like, come and sing this, you know what I mean? And then he just came around and was like, yeah, I've just written this. I was like, right, well, we need to finish that.
I remember showing you that. I remember showing you for the first time. Is that you were at Alfie's house? That's one of my mates, obviously. But...
No, we were in this room right here, and we were about to go to Theo's, who's the old bassist. We were about to go to Theo's, and I remember you played it, and I was like, right, show that to Theo. I think that's a banger. That's my memory of it.
I don't think that's true. But
anyway,
the lyrics came about. I remember Ella Malone, like I like that. Ella Malone just fitted well as a so Ella Malone. Always wanted to as like a name. And then I kind of tried to like create like a character around it. My original idea, I was trying to, because I was really into like the Arctic Monkeys and at the time. And I felt like a lot of bands had songs about prostitutes. I thought, fuck it, I'm going to write a song about a prostitute. And that's kind of how the idea started. I wouldn't say that's what the song's about now necessarily, but that's kind of how the original idea. Well, Eleanor is a prostitute, kind of.
Yeah, I get what you mean, because when you look at the album cover as well, like the girl on the album cover definitely gives it off as well, and like you said, the name's a big sort of, you can sort of like imagine it in your head.
Yeah, it's kind of like you kind of make out what you want from the character. It's kind of about just a broken person, a broken girl, kind of lost in life, basically. Essentially, and you can kind of draw your own conclusions about exactly what that is about.
Leave it up to the imagination.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, there's another one coming off of that. Obviously, Falling Down. That's your biggest song on Spotify at the moment. I think it's got over 100,000 now. Crazy numbers. Story behind that. How did that all end up coming about?
I think we were sort of going like. We're coming up to going into the studio to record the EP. And we obviously for the EP, we were just going to use whatever 4 songs that we already had. But then Cal just came around and was like, "Oh, I've got this." Started playing these chords, and that drum, the drum that you hear, is like I've just got a drum loop off my off one of the plugins, or whatever, and just like put that on, and he's just like laid down a little whatever the like sort of demo to
Yeah.
it. I don't even know if he had all the words, but yeah, eventually like when we took it to the studio, it's like it's still got the same. It's got the same drum loop. Obviously, the drummer's played over it, but it's got like the same drum loop and quite a lot of elements in the actual song that we did, just like in my room. And it was quite a quick one. I feel like Cal sort of wrote it, most of it before he came here. Cal, I don't know.
Yeah, I did. I wrote it well at uni in Leeds before I dropped out. Um, yeah, I remember. I had the chords and that kind of the melody. Not the whole melody though. It was which is what actually happens for a lot of our songs. I'll come in with kind of provisional chords and melody, and you will like um edit it,
Yeah.
edit it for you basically. You'll kind of go, no, put that there, put that there, put that there. I remember the chorus was
Yeah.
like twice as long before you just chopped it and said, no, put that bit off.
Yeah, so it's like I do like to sort of produce the first elements of it, and then I just go right, whack a fucking harmony on top of that, and that'll be grand. You know what I mean? So that's my job. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that song. I don't know about. Obviously, you pretty much wrote it. Like when we were working on it, it just felt really easy and sort of obvious where to take it and what to do with
They
it.
feel easy. Yeah, some songs are like that. They just kind of it seems feels really obvious where it
Yeah.
has.
And then yeah, when we play it live, um, it was one of the ones early on that like, yeah, this actually sounds pretty fucking good. Like full band sounds mega.
Yeah.
And yeah, the response has obviously been amazing to it, which was it was the first single from the EP. And yeah, we now finish our set on that tune currently.
So
Yeah.
I was talking to my dad yesterday about me interviewing you guys today, and he said he wanted to listen to you guys, and the song I played him was "Falling Down," and it was like 20 seconds in, he was like, "This is fucking good." So, and now he's an Arkayla fan.
Kudos to you, Dad.
Shout
Got good
out to
taste.
your dad. And big shout out to Rich Turvey as well, who helped produce that one. Well, produced it really. Just yeah, a lot of the stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background of that one. Like his little mouth trumpet as well in the beginning.
Yeah, that's good though.
Some people think it's a real trumpet, but it's not.
That is honestly the best praise I've ever had in my life. Someone like people when people say they thought that was a real trumpet. I've never felt better in my life, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, because when I'm watching the videos of you guys playing for like other interviews and stuff, it shocked me. I was like, what?
We haven't got a trumpet player, no.
Okay, as we discussed earlier, you guys don't really fit into one genre. So how do you tackle making songs? And what's your process to make everything flow seamlessly?
Ooh, I feel like we're still trying to figure that out a little bit, but I feel like when something goes too much in one direction, I'm sort of the one that goes, we're not a 70s pop band, you know what I mean? Let's just bring it back a little. Like we sort of do have to watch ourselves because we do like to be a bit free flowing and be like, we can make this. I feel like we can bring stuff back to being Arkayla when you like. I feel like Arkayla is like the harmonies and the
Harmonies.
relationship between the two guitars in a way, but it's still got to be indie. Like it can't, like if we do
It's very melodic, isn't it? It's very quite melodic. Like
Yeah.
yeah, it's all about melody. And like Rita, for example, even though it's very different, is like still in the same vein as like the other one. There's still indie music, even though it could have been, it could be like Egyptian in a weird way. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know.
our music's it's basically quite poppy, isn't it? Like it's quite formulaic. It's not like anything too complicated, but with like a little just twist here and there. So Finn's right, yeah. If we're writing something and it's just like this sounds too much like a standard reggae song, too much like a standard whatever bossa nova song, we just shift it around a little bit.
Normally, if one of us writes something with an act like, oh, this is like a funk song or this is a whatever it is, put it in this thing in this box. When the four of us play it together in a room, it sort of just sounds like us. So I don't really know.
I think these days, Joe, our bass player, is very, very good at bass, like kind of phenomenal. Like he's given it a real kind of unique sound, basically, because you don't really hear many bands at our level with bassists who kind of play like that. I think that's quite a big factor in giving us a bit of a uniqueness, if you know what I mean.
So it gives you your own style to it where you can build your songs around it. So with Rita, that's quite a funky song, I think, compared to like your other ones. It's definitely got its own. I think it's one that stands out the most in terms of style. But the thing for me, that song, the guitar solo, because it comes out of nowhere. Like you hear it in the back, like a bit in the background, sort of leading up to it. But I think that proper changes the style of the song. I was just wondering, what made you think, Carl, we'll get this in and that'll like change it massively?
So basically, the thing that I loved about it is that it doesn't belong there. It doesn't even, it shouldn't even, like, it shouldn't be, it feels like it's a different song, almost in a way. Like, it just comes in and it's like, you sounds like your speakers are broken. Do you know what I mean? So it was pretty much the producer, Rich, was just like, he just cranked it to a level that was just outrageous. And I was like, are you sure? Like, that's a bit mental. Do you know what I mean? And he was like, no, this is what's cool as fuck.
Like, trust the process.
Yeah. But at first I was like, fucking hell, mate. You know what I mean? That's a bit intense. But
Zonk machine.
The Zonk machine. No, he didn't use the Zonk for that one.
The Zonk machine is like this mad pedal he's got, which he fucking loves. Any excuse to bring out the Zonk machine, he fucking loves it.
No, the thing is,
Zonk machine.
Thing is, right, there's this pedal, it was called the Zonk machine, and sometimes it was a bit of a psychological one, so it wasn't even plugged in, and I'll still stomp on it and be like, yeah, mate, I'm zonked, you know what I mean?
Welcome zonk now.
And I think that's why it connects so much purely because of that pedal.
It's just zonked.
It wasn't even plugged in. It's just live.
That's kind of music make zonky. We make zonky music. Write that down.
That could be your genre. You guys make zonk music. But yeah, that like solo really caught me off guard when I first heard it. Like it just came in and I was like, where's that come from? Because you literally just hear the little riff in the background and that's it. And then all of a sudden it just comes in and I was like, oh. But
I hate guitars. I'm the lead guitarist. I hate guitar solos. Like any excuse to not do one, I'm like, oh, I don't want to play a solo here. The song does not need it. Like I just like a nice melody and a bit of harmony, but it just felt necessary there, didn't it? Really,
you've got to show off for at least one of them.
So you've got two singles that you've been hitting on social media. When is Fortune Teller coming out?
Right. So
I'm making a cup of tea.
Wait, we're not looking for an exact date. It can just be rough.
Well, you have been saying this month, so.
Yeah, we've been saying a lot of things, do you know what I mean? just keeping you on your toes, really. There's nothing coming out this month, I've got to say. Next month there will be. I'm not lying. It might be Fortune Teller, it might not be. You know what I mean? We don't even know what's going on.
Could be Doctor, yeah.
Could be Doctor. It could be, I don't know, we might just release a day in the life, a cover, and just be like, we are the Beatles. You never know what's going to happen. But in a month's time, you will know for sure. And we're not lying this time.
We'll know before then, but it won't be any longer than a month and a half before the first release.
He's added a half onto it. You know what I mean? He doesn't know what's going on.
Well, I think I'm going to be marking it down in my calendar, and if it ain't out, there will be strong words.
We'll be straight on the Instagram DMs.
Yeah. You'll be getting blocked.
Can't be having that. That's out of order. So apart from those two singles, you've got quite a lot of gigs coming up, a few festival things as well. What is like the next big step that you guys are hoping to sort of make, whether it's a headline show, a big venue, or?
I think the next thing for us is once we've got this unidentified project out, I think a little UK tour is in order. Headline UK tour towards the back end of this year is what we're looking forward to doing. Because obviously we've been doing supports, but it'd be nice to get on the road and headline a few shows. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Agree with that.
Yeah, we want to be seeing you at London
or Southend.
Yeah, Commissionaries.
Big venue at Southend.
So in a few weeks' time, you're playing at Neighbourhood Weekender. We're gonna be watching you guys. You're definitely a must for us. Is there a feeling like a special gig, or do you do you feel like it's just another show for you guys?
I mean, I've been to Neighbourhood before back in the day. I think Cal, you were there, I believe.
I've never been. I've not been.
Never been. Maybe
Never
not
been.
then. No, big moment. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a great festival. Yeah, I can't wait to just be in a field and play. Like that is one of the nicest feelings. Cal loves it the most, really.
I love a festival so much.
He just likes getting on it. That's the truth.
I do like getting on. I love.
Cal,
The
don't say that on the interview.
Get pissed before the gig, get pissed after the gig. Why not?
Oh yeah. No, I mean, the way we'll approach it the same way we approach any gig. Do you know what I mean? But
You're all into it.
yeah, but there's something about festivals. I just love being. I love a festival. It's good vibes. Everyone's in a good mood. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, this will be our first one.
Yeah.
And when you guys got revealed on the lineup, I said to him, I was like, "There's no way, like you're not gonna believe it." And it was buzzing. So
yeah. This is gonna take our festival virginity.
cheers for that one, mate.
Not been to a festival ever? No.
No.
Really? Oh no way.
How old are you guys? How old are you guys?
I'm 16. Harry's 17.
Oh, was that all you are? I thought you were older than that.
Yeah. No. We're coming up on the end of our time now because otherwise it's gonna make us charge extra money. So fuck soon. But I think that's everything that we need in it.
Thank you very much.
So it's been lovely, guys. Looking forward to Neighbourhood Weekender. Hopefully see you on a tour down here soon as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.